Good afternoon to all. So now we are going to have a look on the Kalman filter. Okay. So Kalman filtering is an algorithm which provides estimates of some unknown variables. Okay, which are given the measurements which are observed over the time. So Kalman filters have been demonstrating its usefulness in various applications. Also, Kalman filters have relatively simple form and require small computational power. So now, but however, it is not easy for people who are not familiar with estimation theory to understand and implement the Kalman filters. The Kalman filter is a very powerful tool when it comes to controlling the noisy system. Okay, system which having high noise. Now the basic idea of a Kalman filter is noisy data in, and at the output we get less noisy data out. So high noisy data at the inside or the input and very less noisy data outside. Okay, so applications of Kalman filter are numerous. So I will tell you some applications like tracking objects, for example missiles, faces, heads. Okay, then fitting Bezier patches to point data. Then economics sector also uses Kalman filter. Navigation sector, many computer vision applications like stabilizing depth measurements, feature tracking, cluster tracking, also fusing data from radar, laser scanner and stereo cameras for depth and velocity measurements. Okay, so these are the basic applications of the Kalman filter. So now we are going to have a look on the design of the Kalman filter. Okay, so first we already know that we have seen this system. Okay, which is a basic system which has been used in the regulator design. Okay, combined estimator and control law also. So state space system. Okay, x of k plus 1 equals to ax of k plus bu of k and y equals to cx of k. Okay, so now here we assume that the state and the measurement equations are corrupted by noise. Okay, these are corrupted by noise, which means that the model of the plant is now been described when it is corrupted by noise. Like, so x of k plus 1 equals to ax of k plus bu of k as it is. So noise is introduced, which is b1 w of k. Okay, and in the second equation cx of k plus v of k. Okay, these are the noise parameters. Put this as equation number 1. So where this w of k and v of k denote noise sequences that will affect the states and the measurements respectively. Okay, now we can assume that this w and v are 0 mean. Okay, are 0 mean white noise sequences. Okay, which satisfies the condition like, okay, these are the 4 conditions. So conditions which, okay, it satisfies are expected value of w of k equals to 0, then expected value of the disturbances. Okay, then the transpose of this w of k, transpose of this v of k, okay, equals to 0 if j not equals to k and j not equals to k. This is the second equation. Their covariances can be assumed. Okay, the covariances are expected value of omega k and omega k transpose or wk transpose equals to rw, and expected value of vk and vk transpose equals to rv. Equation number 3. This is equation number 3. Now in the next step we are going to have a look on the current estimator. Okay, so the current estimate, assume it. So the current estimate is denoted by x cap of k. Okay, and it is an update of the prediction estimate x cap of k. This is current estimate this is the update of x bar of k. Okay, so x cap of k equals to x bar of k plus, okay, this constant LC y of k minus c x bar of k. This is the fourth equation. We have already seen this equation, this constant, in case of the regulatory design. So the prediction estimator, which we have seen in the last point, uses the measurement which are up to the previous time instant, okay, in order to provide estimate of the state at the current instant. So this procedure should be followed only if it takes one sample time to carry out the calculations which are involved in the estimation. So now modern devices, okay, current devices can complete these computations in a negligibly short time. So now, so we can see here the prediction estimate x bar of k is updated by a constant, this LC, which is multiplied to the latest error in the output prediction, okay, and this x bar of k is obtained from the state equation of the plant. So we can write x bar of k equals to a x cap of k minus 1 plus b u of k minus 1. Put this as equation number 5. So here in this we have used also in this equation number 4 we can use only L in case of LC. So we can also use L to denote the estimator or gain instead of this whole LC. Okay, now we are doing this because we would like to choose L as a constant so as to make x cap optimal, okay, in the sense that this error covariance, which is j, okay, expected value of x of k minus x cap of k transpose and x of k minus x cap of k, okay, the equation number 6 is minimized. So our goal is to minimize this error coefficient or error covariance, okay. So the optimal estimator that satisfies these conditions are known as the Kalman filter, okay. So condition is what? We have to minimize the error covariance, okay, by using the constant L or LC and having the, okay, models. So this is the estimator that satisfies these conditions is called as Kalman filter. So now we are going to have a look on the procedure to compute the Kalman filter, okay. So how the Kalman filter is derived. So now covariance matrix is required for that, and it is given by P of k equals to expected value of x of k minus s cap of k. So this is that covariance model, okay. You can take this as it is, okay, put it as equation number 7. Now here firstly we have to guess that the value of x cap of 0, okay, initial value, and p of 0, okay, initial value of this when k equals to 0, while designing the Kalman filter, okay. After that we have to denote by m, okay, the propagated value of p. So propagated value of p is denoted by m in the second step, but before making use of the next measurement we have to satisfy the following relation, okay, like m of k plus 1, okay, this is the propagated value of p equals to ap of k a transpose plus b1 rw b1 transpose, okay, this is equation number 8. Now we can calculate okay, m of 1 using equation number 8 when k is 1. Next we have to calculate the prediction estimate at the sampling instant m plus 1, which is as follows: x bar of k plus 1 equals to a x cap of k plus b u of k. This is equation number 9. Okay, and after that, now here from this equation, okay, we, if x cap of 0 is given, we can calculate x cap of x bar of 1 using this relation. Next we have to update the error covariance at the current instant. Okay, so p of k equals to m of k minus m of k c transpose c m of k c transpose plus r underscore v inverse c m of k. This is equation number 10. So using this equation number 10, we can calculate p of 1. Okay, so finally we are successfully determined the current estimator, the measurement update, okay, which will be as follows. So x cap of k is the measurement update, which is x bar of k plus p of k c transpose r v inverse, okay, y of k x of k. So this is equation number 11, and using equation number 11 we can calculate x cap of 1. Okay, so we can find x cap of 1, p of 1, m of 1, etc. for the filter. So here we can see that we have used p of k c transpose r v inverse, okay, in place of l. Okay, there was l earlier and now we have used this equation. So here you can see we have used for this term LC, we have used p of k c transpose rv inverse. Okay, because these both are equal, that's why we have interchanged the equations. Now we have indicated how to update all the values to the current time instant, okay, given the values at the previous instant. So now it is possible to go forward and calculate all the future values. So in the deterministic case, the steady state version of the Kalman filter is very popular, and just like the deterministic estimators, the Kalman filter also takes the plant input u of k and the output y of k to give an estimate of x of k. But there is no noise, so there is no question of filtering these coefficients. So in stochastic case, however, the Kalman filter gives a filtered estimate of the state vector. So now this is the block diagram, okay, Kalman filter calculation at time instant n. Okay, this is how it shows us how the Kalman filter has been developed. So as in the earlier stage where we have seen the state space design of the regulator, okay, we have seen the procedure for combining the state feedback controller and the estimator to build a compensator. Now in a similar way we can build a compensator combining the LQR, okay, linear quadratic regulator, and the Kalman filter, which we have seen here. This compensator is known as the linear quadratic Gaussian controller, okay, LQG controller. Okay, this combination is called as LQG controller. So this is up for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask, and do watch this video. Till then, take care.